Alright guys, we are back. Good evening, good morning, or good afternoon. As always, it is so great to see you. And friends, well, it's hot as hell and I'm back out in my garage because 3 packages arrived this week with, well, Russian tape on it. And so these, or this box, or these sequence of box here, I'm very excited about. You may recall earlier this year, I did a review, or actually a number of outings, on the Russian Bear Up 5 all-weather tent. Well, this is, inside this big-ass box right here, this is the little brother to the Up 5. I don't know whether it's classified as the little brother, but I'm going to call it, because the Up 5 will hold between 3 to 8 people. This tent right here, which is a little bit different shape, will hold between 3 and 5 people. And what we're going to do here is, I don't know whether I have the room inside. I only have a 2-car garage, and I have my Turtleback Expedition trailer hogging up one spot over here. I'm going to attempt to crack this tent open in this one booth area right here, so we can get an idea of what this thing is like. I'll give you first impressions. Somewhere along this video, I'll put the specs of this tent on here, so therefore you can compare that. Actually, I'll put the specs and I'll put the comparison specs to how it compares to the Up 5 as well. So I'm really dying to crack this thing open. The boxes have been here for a few days, and I've been waiting for the weather to cool down a little bit. As you know, these Russian Bear tents, they come in one colors, that kind of brown camo. So when it's hot out, they get hot inside. And I was hoping for a little cooler weather. We haven't had any cooler weather. So I can't wait any longer. And I decided, what the hell, I'm gonna try to crack these things open, or this thing open, inside my garage in that little space that I have available here. So without further wasting any more time, let's crack this thing open. Okay, so once out of the box here, you can see, and this is one of the things that I admired about the Up 5. You have an extremely very durable bag. And as we can see here, there's obviously some spare room in there, and that's one of the other points that I really admired or really appreciated about the Up 5 tent and what these guys do here. Because a lot of tents, when you put them away, the bags are so darn tight, and it's like an act of you-know-what to be able to get it back in there. So clearly, as we can see, there's a lot of extra space in there. So let's crack this thing open and get this thing up. Okay, so as soon as you crack this thing open, you have a handful of pouches. This is a little mess kit that you can, or a little bag that you can mount up onto the side, and actually it looks like you're getting 2 of them, and these have the Velcro on the back. As you'll find out here in a moment, we're able to hang these up on the inside of the tent itself. Just a hunch, I'm guessing this is going up on the top. And in here we have a handful of bars, which I'm guessing is either going to be for the door or for the awning, that kind of, because there's one wall on here that you're able to pop up, and you're able to put kind of a gazebo-like thing on it. And here is, super cool, one of our windows. And in the little side bag, you have all sorts of stakes and other items that, if we were putting this out in the dirt, would come in super handy at this point. But we're not. We're putting it up in my garage, so I'm guessing a lot of these items we will not need at this point. Now I'm going to move this bag. I'm going to put it right over here. Now what we're going to do is look for the door to get inside this thing. and hope like hell that it's going to open up in the space that I have available here in my garage.
Stop it. Get some help.
I don't think we got enough space. We don't have enough space to put this thing up. Okay, clearly, Houston, we have a problem. As you can see here, my miscalculation. This thing's too big. All right, so this is a round two from a failed attempt of setting up this Russian Bear Pentagon tent inside my garage, which, as you can see, there really didn't work out well. Now, we have a lot more room here in this big-ass field where I'm at here. The tent is inside the bed of the truck, so I'm going to get that pulled out. We'll get it set up, and let's have a proper inspection of this thing. Okay, now I will say this. If you have a small car, or a small car or SUV, or even a small pickup, something to keep in mind if you're going to pick up this tent, it is quite long, and I'll put the dimensions here someplace on the screen as far as when this thing's stowed away, when it's packed up, the total size of this thing. Because in my Gladiator here, in order to fit this in the bed, it is going diagonal, and that's the only way I can get this in here. Otherwise, I have to mount it up on the top, so something to keep in mind. Okay, so now one of the things to keep in mind with this, where's the up 5, to get the up 5 tent up, it's a matter of just crawling inside of this thing and pushing up the center, and then you push out the walls. With this one, we're going to get the wall set up first, and then we're going to pop up the ceiling. And to do so, let me get this all extended out here. Okay. You'll notice you have these heavy-duty straps on all the walls here. You step on the base of this here, kind of hold out, and pop. It's that simple. Find your heavy-duty strap. Again, foot on the base, pop out. I'm going to go around and do that to all of these areas. Or all the walls, rather. And okay, now with all the walls have been deployed on this here, the only thing left over is the center, the roof rather. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get inside here, just simply pop it up, and we should be all set. Boom. And that's it. All right, next part of this, which makes this tent really unique, is I'm going to show you, you have a series of 4 windows that you can deploy. I'm gonna roll up one of my windows here, and like the Up5, you have multiple layers. You have a screen, and then you have an inner cavity. Now these get rolled up right on the inside, and again they have these little clips that makes it easy to pop up. Okay, you're going to notice here, to get the windows in here, it's pretty straightforward. It's just held on by Velcro. Up on the inside, you have Velcro running along the top, and then you have Velcro running around the outside. If you hold up your window, you'll see, pretty straightforward, the top has Velcro just ready to be plopped in there. And you just place it up in here. And as you can see, now with the top in there, you have this bottom row that goes right on the bottom, with this bottom row of Velcro. And I'm just going to plop it in here, and that's it. Okay, so as you can see, this is a very large window, and I'm just going to put one in right now. But each one of these triangles, 1, 2, 3, there should be one more. Okay. Here we go, 4 right here. So these are going to have the windows, and you can see what that does on the inside. That brings in a tremendous amount of light. That's just one of them right there. Now you do have a second door right here. You have the chimney port right here. And as you can see, along the ceiling, you have all these clips to hang up pretty much whatever you want in here. It is fully floored. This wall right here folds out, and you have these awning poles, or I'm sorry, these poles that allow you to have a little bit more room, kind of like a screened in area out there as well, which is pretty awesome. So this is really, really big. All right, so first impressions of this Russian Bear Pentagon all-season tent. This thing's pretty stinking cool. Now, in the oncoming weeks, I'm going to be taking this out for the actual official first time. This is more of a just kind of cracking it open and getting a sense of how big this thing is, what it looks like. And first impressions, man, I know a number of you had expressed interest with the Up5. Now, if you weren't excited with the Up5 because it didn't have, or the lack of windows with the Pentagon. Now, granted, this is a little bit smaller than the Up5, but as you can see, this is just one of 4 windows here, and it is extremely big. That's pretty impressive. So first impressions of this tent, boy, bravo. I can't wait to get this thing in use. Now this year, we're going to be doing a number of cold weather camping trips, and this year we have a couple diesel heaters that I'm going to be utilizing, not only in the Turtleback Expedition trailer, but I have a portable Planar diesel heater, which you'll see a review on that here coming in a bit. But that's what I'm going to be using to power, or to heat rather, between the Pentagon and the Up5 tent during the cold weather expeditions that we're going to be doing this winter. So with that said, I'm going to crack this sucker down. I'm going to get back into my studio. Now I'm going to take this down backwards of what I did. I'm going to pull the ceiling down first. Okay. Now let's see if I can put this thing back together or wrapped up the way that it should be. Okay, so I believe we're gonna go So we're talking about a very simple process. As you can see, to put this thing away. It's a matter of caving in the ceiling and then caving in each of the walls, folding it in correctly. You got to make sure you fold this correctly. I believe I'm doing it the right way. If not, I'll correct myself during the next video. But putting this away is, you need to be careful because obviously these things collapse only a certain way, or I believe they do. And I'm guessing if you do it wrong, well, you can probably jack up the hinges that are making these things up. So we're going to just wait back there. Whoa, adding it. And as I mentioned earlier, one of the things I just absolutely love about this company is the bags are extra large. So you have more than plenty of space. There's nothing worse than trying to get a tent to cram back into a bag that it was too big to fit in to begin with, and manufacturer trying to save some costs just made it work. You have more than plenty of space with these bags. Okay, let's get everything in there. Grab there's one strap. Okay, our windows. I'm actually pretty impressed with these windows as well. That's it. All right, guys, and just like that, the tent is packed up, stowed away, and back in the truck. Now, it's that time of the video where I'm gonna ask you to do all that YouTube stuff that really does help out the channel quite a bit. If you found some value with this video, do me a favor, hit that like button down below. If you currently aren't subscribed to the channel, hey, we would love to have you part of the family, so please consider hitting the subscribe button. While you're at it, kick that bell, so therefore you're notified each time that we come out with a new video. And just as a reminder, we're going to be having a whole a number of videos coming up on the future with regards to not only this tent, but also, again, the Up 5 that you've seen on the channel already. And again, we have some really cool cold weather camping expeditions coming around the corner as well. All right, guys, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this kind of unboxing and kind of first impression of the Russian Bear Pentagon tent. Now I'm going to be jumping out of here, so definitely stay tuned for future videos or subsequent videos that are going to be on this particular tent. Not only with this one, but also, of course, the Up 5. We have a lot of very exciting cold weather camping expeditions coming up this winter, so you definitely want to stay tuned with that. That said, guys, I'm going to head back to my studio. You get out there, stay healthy, and find your adventure.